Zayon, I do like Shador.
It don't sound like it.
No,
Frizz,
I don't have to be a fan. I
don't
have to be a fan to have standards.
It's not being a fan though. It's like
it is.
You throwing the hate out there more than anything.
I just think people step up. There's a lot of people that step up.
You talking about moments, man.
There's a lot of people.
Fifth round draft pick.
There's a lot of people that had less resources. That has stepped up.
I mean, I guess so.
He's had the best coaches in the world. He's had the most money in the world. He's had his dad. So when you say, "Oh, he ain't getting no reps with," come on, man. Like we play football, so like that rep ain't that serious.
It is though.
Nah,
especially
it's not.
Listen, you got to think at the NFL level, at a pro level, getting reps with the one.
Welcome back to another episode of the Unfair Advantage Podcast, powered by Fast. I'm your host, Coach Frisby, here with my partner and co-host, Coach Smith. And today, as we always say, we got another great show for you, man.
Yes, sir, man. This one's special, man. People like the headlines, so we back at it with the headlines.
Yeah, we're going to come with the top headlines. We're talking like the top storylines in sports today. We also going to have a segment where we're going to talk about educating our audience on how to lift weights properly, how it could be detrimental to you. This is the Unfair Advantage Podcast, so we always try to bring that type of tip to you guys. So
that type of information, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's important. That's the unfair advantage, like you touched on. So
come on, man.
Get into it,
come
man.
on,
Let's do it.
As they say, when you lift weights incorrectly, you're not getting stronger. You may be getting hurt, man. Let's rock.
And we don't want that, man.
For real. All right, man. So we're just going to kick it off with some of the top storylines that's out there today and bring our insight on this. All right, Coach. Man, I got to talk about my man.
Your King
James, man. King James.
Hey.
He returned the other night. Just to give you guys a quick insight on him, what he did the other night. He played 29 minutes. He had 11 points, 12 assists, and the Lakers beat the Jazz 140-126, man. What I seen real quick, I ain't gonna lie, man, he looked pretty good, man. I mean, I think he played within the team and what they needed from him tonight. And I'm going to look forward going forward on how he can maybe be a little bit more productive within the scoring aspect, like last night or the other night.
Yeah. He
was just more being a facilitator, and I think that fit him for the comeback game. But what you think, Coach?
No, I definitely think he looked good, man, especially, year 23. I don't know, man. People were beating him up on that. You know what I'm saying? Only had 11 points, you know, and I feel like year 23 at this point, man, all he need to do is do what he did that night. You know what I'm saying? Game night, his first game back is just pass the rock. He got 2 scores. We already seen what Austin Reeves can do. We know what Luka can do. And they're the young boys, so I feel like that's how you get it started with, you know, get them going. If you see them down, LeBron, he always know how to, you know, get the game rolling with some points.
Yeah, when they was interviewing him after the game, like he really laughed at him. Like, what you mean?
Yeah,
like, who said, like, I can fit in with anybody and play with anybody? But with that being said, though, like, there's still an ego that goes with this too, right? Like, so, yeah, you're in year 23, and I know you are going to accept kind of, like, the downside side of it. Yeah, but, like, there's still a man there. You know, he was just second team All-NBA last year. I don't think he's just going to, like, I think he wants to be a first or second team guy.
Yeah.
Now we just got to figure out where those statistics can come in to put him in that position. If you don't think those, no.
You think so? You think
I don't know.
That's like, I mean, just knowing Bron, seeing him play through the years, he always been, you know, first, second, or third team.
Yeah.
But I think this is, like, we're going to see Father Time. You know, but LeBron, my favorite player, I think he's the GOAT. But I do think, like, he's not worried about that.
So you think he's willing to take the back seat?
He's ready to take that back seat, you know, do what he can to get to another ring. And he's not like, worried about, let me be MVP, finals MVP, things like that. I think he just want another ring, man. That's what's holding him back.
Okay.
And you get in that conversation with him and MJ, they rings, that's what they bring up.
Yeah.
Him getting one more.
But MJ never really won a ring when he kind of took the back seat, you know what I mean? So that's where the argument going to be.
But he never played 23 years, too.
That's true.
Playing 23 years, being the best player every time you step on the court, man.
So there's always going to be that discrepancy of, like, what he done within his time frame, but also LeBron trying to capture that 6th championship. Right. You know, he's got 4.
Exactly.
But to solidify his legacy, as everybody keeps giving him, you know, flack because he only got 4 rings. But I think the King looked good. I'm excited to see how they go forward.
Do you think?
What
do you think he needs to score more? Is that what you feel like? Is that what you want to see from him going forward, or what kind of Bron do you want to see, man?
It's really hard to tell right now. I think the Utah Jazz wasn't a good team to kind of compare that against. I think now when they play teams like OKC or the Knicks or somebody that can go at them, because that's my biggest concern. It's not their ability to score. I just don't see them stopping nobody either. So these are going to be 140 points a game in the playoffs. So if I can start to see them three on the court, because I'm not hating, but I think Luka and Reeves and then LeBron older, those are probably three of the worst out of the five that starts on defense.
On defense, definitely.
I mean, so you got Rory and Ayton, that can defend. So I guess if they can hold their own, especially LeBron late in the season, Reeves and Luka putting up those type of numbers but still having the legs to defend late in the season, I think that's good.
No, I think, you know what, man, I think they'll be all right. I feel like they need one more piece, man. I don't think Ayton, he gonna do it really, man. I really don't think he's gonna be the savior, honestly. It's the same
that's a whole nother. That's a whole. It is.
We ain't got to get into that
because he's a 20 and something guy right now. But we're gonna talk about
that.
Brian,
I can't wait to see that though. For sure.
In a little bit.
I can't wait.
But I like that little debate because I'm not really feeling you on that one. But anyway, all right, man. Let's flip the football, man. All right, come on, man. This is crazy. My man Jamar Chase. Listen, Jamar Chase is probably the best receiver in the NFL, right?
Debatable.
I got you. But he got numbers to debate that too.
Nah, he do.
And what he did the other night, I just felt was just not in his character. I don't think the game needs that. I'm all about trash talk. Yeah, talk trash all day. You know what I mean? Like, talk, pop, whatever you want to do. But, like, spitting on somebody, that's degrading. Yeah. That's very unprofessional. But
I
now,
agree, man.
Do you think that, and we'll get into different parts of this, but, like, what do you think that does to his image going forward to his fans, to the rest of the guys in the league? Like, what do you think?
I think that's a stain on his legacy that he built already, Just now you're not going to just be noticed for the Triple Crown. You noticed for, you spit on Jalen Ramsey. That's the type of player to do that. I feel like with Jamar Chase, he's getting to a point where the Bengals aren't, the best team. He's not doing what he did.
He's frustrated?
Frustrated, man. Frustrated that he's not doing what he was doing to win the Triple Crown, right? So I think everything just building up, and then you got a guy like Jalen Ramsey, borderline Hall of Famer, he's pushing his buttons. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I think that's the thing. He just got frustrated, but it definitely killed his legacy a little bit, man.
Yeah, man, I don't know what's up with these dudes spitting, though, man. Him and Jalen Carter.
I don't understand that either, man.
I ain't never had that, dude.
Spitting is wild, honestly.
But that shows, like, emotional intelligence today. Like you get that inferior to where you feel like, because you can't really touch somebody because they got a helmet on, you kind of can't hurt them. So you think the next thing to hurting them, because your words really done capped out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, your words have no more effect. So you feel like, okay, the next thing I'm going to turn to, you know what, I'm just going to spit on you.
But that's what I don't understand, man. You a top 3 receiver in the league.
He ran out of words, though.
Yeah, he ran out of words, but now let me get open. Let me, you know what I'm saying?
Or beat him that way, yeah, for sure.
Beat him that way and let that do the talking rather than spit on him. It's more like, man, you top 3.
His confidence was shot, though. I don't believe like
frustrated, man.
That quarterback,
be frustrated.
The quarterback, Flacco, can get him the ball. Excuse me.
But that's the thing. He's not liking that because you got teams that are damn near double covering. Got people over the top with him. And that's why we're seeing T. Higgins start producing a little bit more. And Joe Flacco's going his way. We seeing the tight end going his way, and I think he's getting frustrated. And I feel like we saw that. Then, man.
Yeah, that's real though. But what's up with just the 1-game suspension though? Like,
I was going to ask you that. You thought,
man, that's gotta be a little bit more than that. I mean, if you're trying to make a statement, like, that's disrespectful. Because what's going to happen? You're going to get somebody really hurt.
Yeah.
So go ahead and nip that in the bud. Give a high fine. Like, make it really to where guys got to respect it and say, hey, you know what? I ain't doing that ever again. You know what I mean?
What you mean? You don't think the one-day fine is too much, or
I don't think it's enough.
Oh, so you think?
I think it should be maybe a few games and a fine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You got to make the punishment to where dudes just stop it.
No, yeah, definitely. What did Jalen Carter? I think
they both all got 1 game.
1 game. So that's what they said. That's what the NFL.
Well, it's gonna keep going on. I mean, because guys ain't really worried about that 1-game paycheck.
No, yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But spitting is crazy, man.
That's wild.
That hurts the game too. I'm sure his image with Nike and all that just went downhill a little bit just because a dude who can be out of control to spit on somebody, They don't care, man. They don't care.
And then he denied it.
Yeah, see, that's the craziest part. I mean, he's trying to do anything to get out of it, though.
Man, denied it, though. At least he could have said, hey, you know what? In my frustration, I got out of character. I did spit.
Yeah,
but he was
responsible for it.
Nah, I ain't do it. And they got him on camera.
He was embarrassed, man. Boy, he was embarrassed. That's it. That's all it was.
Man, but yeah, I don't know, though. But, yeah, so hopefully they can get that out the game.
It's going to happen still, though. Like you said, one game fine, not enough. It's going to keep happening.
Yeah, so we gotta definitely, talk about that later, regarding some of the things they can start doing and implementing to stop plays like that happening. So, because I think that's totally disrespectful.
Definitely. I think we got some more NFL, man.
Yeah,
you see the reel that we posted today, right? The one with Shador.
Oh, that was crazy.
Hey, that was crazy.
Look like some prophecy. I keep telling you, man, guys.
You got the inside scoop.
Tap in, man. Like, if you ain't seen our last post, last week I was talking about, and we're gonna really talk about Shador, but I said, God forgive me though, because I ain't want really nothing happen to Dylan. But we did say he was gonna get in this week, and Shador did got in, man. He did get in. Sorry about that. All right, let's look at his stats though. He went 4 for 16, 47 yards, 1 interceptions, and the Browns lost 23-16. And I think Myles Garrett had the game of his life.
He went crazy, man.
So, do you think Kevin Stefanski threw him into a bad situation because he wasn't prepared, or you just don't think he delivered?
No, I definitely think, a little bit of both, honestly. But then also the most important thing out of this whole situation is those were his first reps with the first team.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Those are his first reps. Yeah, those are his first reps. You can't expect your backup quarterback, to go in and produce against a team like the Ravens, even though their defense is not the best. But you can't expect him to produce when that's the first time he's thrown to these guys. I think somebody said that's the O-lineman. He was like, man, that's the first time I heard his cadence. Him call a snap. And then Shador even stacked on top of that. That's the first time I threw to Jerry Jeudy. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And it's like.
Yeah, I get that. But I think sometimes in life, though.
Oh, you giving him a hard.
No, I'm just saying sometimes in life, like, we got to take ownership of our situation, right?
Yeah.
I get he didn't get the reps. But there's other dudes out here that don't get reps that still prepare another way.
Not the backup quarterback, man.
Listen up. Let me be real, though.
That's not
Listen. He is a pro football player, right? Hold on. He's a pro football player who, after games, made little gestures or comments about, Dylan or not getting his opportunity, waiting his opportunity, provoking that. So then, if you're going to do that, dude, I'm just saying you got to always be ready. And I think that when he got that moment happen, he was really disappointed with his performance, man.
I mean, yeah, of course, man, with all the pressure that's been put on him. But I feel like as an organization, man, you got to give your backup reps, man. I feel like more so you're trying to, break them down, add on top of it.
I mean, all right, we'll go way back. Let's just go way back.
Man,
Let's just go way back to the greatest player ever.
Man, you comparing a rookie to the greatest player
Tom Brady, right? Drew Bledsoe gets knocked out. Brady ain't have no reps with no first team.
You don't think the backup quarterback ain't get any reps?
Why you think he did, but Shador don't? Who you believing? Who you believe?
They put him down. What do you mean? That's why the Browns organization is
how you know Shador. How you know Shador just don't get no reps? Because who says that? The media? Or you seen him practice?
The head coach said it. The head coach said, yeah, those were some of his first reps with the first team. In a live game against the Ravens.
I just believe as a professional, and I love Shador. I wish him the best. But I also think we need to take accountability for, like, you had your moment, dude. You had a 2-minute drive to win that game, right?
No,
and not only that you had throws, the accuracy of the throws was all. It's not even about when you talk about reps.
That's what I'm saying. It's timing. You haven't thrown to this receiver. The time is off.
If it's high, timing is like long, like long. But if it's high,
timing. I'm telling you, it's everything. Yeah, of course. Yep. Sometimes you're gonna have bad passes, but the timing is everything.
Listen, man. Here's what I hope. I hope he gets another chance this week.
He's starting. You seen that? He's starting.
I hope so, yeah. And
he is starting.
I hope he had all the reps. And I hope he goes out there and kills it.
It don't sound like it.
It's just weird because there's some people that just do different. There's some guys that come in and just take advantage of moments. what's that song with Eminem? Like, yo, the moment is real. There's some dudes that taking advantage of moments that wasn't prepared.
Right.
There's dudes come off the bench in the finals that don't get no reps, and just contributed. There's people that just step up. I'm not saying that he had to do that,
right,
but it's been done.
I mean, yeah, of course.
So that leads like that glass half full to say, hey, he should have been maybe ready, more ready.
I guess you could say that, man, but I don't think anyone has had take the mental pressure what he's taking. I'm telling you, the mental pressure that he's taking, he's already panicking already, and then he gets thrown into the fire, and it's supposed to bring them to victory.
You know what?
Come on,
it's really
man.
funny, man, that like you use
you
words.
Put him down,
hold on once. You use words like panicking when his body language don't say nothing like that. When he's laughing at the end of when he's laughing in these interviews, and he's like, yeah, I'm just waiting on my time, and like he don't look like he never was on an interview like, you know what, man, I'm just being really humbled and patient because I'm here to support Dylan. It was always about I'm just waiting my time, and like he's better than what's out there. And now you got the fans believing he's better than what's out there, and you got 12 signs, and then he goes out there and just doesn't. He can rebound from this. But what I'm saying is that I'm just saying, like, there's dudes that came into that moment and really they do it.
You're right. I agree with that, but I do think that moment that you're talking about.
So what you gonna give him this week?
Is his first start?
So if he doesn't deliver this week, what you think?
I think he's going to deliver. That's like I don't think he isn't.
Okay.
I think that's what he's going to prepare. He's going to be able to get some reps. He's going to
because I like Deion. I do like Shador.
It don't sound like it.
No,
Frizz,
I don't have to be a fan. I don't have to be a fan to have standards.
It's not being a fan though. It's like
it is.
You throwing the hate out there more than anything.
I just think people step up. There's a lot of people that step up.
You talking about moments, man.
There's a lot of people.
Fifth round draft pick.
There's a lot of people that had less resources. That has stepped up.
I mean, I guess so.
He's had the best coaches in the world. He's had the most money in the world. He's had his dad. So when you say, "Oh, he ain't getting no reps with," come on, man. Like we play football, so like that rep ain't that serious.
It is though.
Nah,
especially
it's not.
Listen, you got to think at the NFL level, at a pro level, getting reps with the one receivers for your O line to hear your cadence. That's not important.
Nah, it's not.
You're not even going. He didn't even go against the scout team. You know what I'm saying? He's going against. He's on the scout team at that point.
Be ready.
Come on, man.
Be ready.
You looking for you comparing him to Tom Brady? That's not going to put him there. He a rookie. He a rookie right now.
I compared him to Tom Brady when the situation happened. Yeah, exactly. And what did he do?
I'm sure. Look, I'm telling you, I'm sure they were preparing him. They got Tom Brady. Bill Belichick and all them are like, yeah, let's get our backup. Make sure he understands. Make sure he
listen, man.
He's been with the ones.
Listen, man.
This Shedeur Sanders. He wasn't even wanted there. They had 5 quarterbacks at the start of the season.
Dude, I'm just trying to tell you, man.
Man, nah,
we watch, and we're gonna move on
because you hating. I hate that you.
I'm not a hater.
It's just on
do this for me. Has there ever been any situation in NFL where people just step in and make plays without preparation?
Yeah. You can
okay, then we're gonna move on to the next thing. Then thank you, because I proved my point. All right, let's go on to the next thing. College football, man.
He move on because he ain't let me get that last take. I like it. Come on, let's go to college football, man.
Okay, so we got. Well, we're gonna talk about the college playoffs, and that kind of like shifted a little bit this week. The top 12 that was from last week. One of the big games that stands out is Oklahoma upsets Alabama 23-21. So right now, Alabama's, I think they're number 10 in the poll, and they would be going to Oregon, I think, right now, if they would go. But Alabama has, I think, Northern Illinois or something like that this week. Then they got Auburn for rivalry week. So, like, rivalry week is going to be tough for, like, I know.
No, he can't speak.
I know. I can't articulate. My fault, man.
Right.
Enunciate that one. But, like, that's going to be big for a lot of teams, a lot of conference championships. So are they going to be the ones that determine who really gets in the playoffs, or is that fair?
You're talking about
like Auburn,
them going against Auburn,
Indiana going to play Ohio State. Like, if these teams lose, does teams like Notre Dame and them get over them?
It's definitely got to, it's going to have an impact on if they make the playoffs or not. You can't.
So what are they going to have? They're going to have
what, three losses?
So Bama doesn't. He probably win out.
Yeah, they got to
win out. Auburn.
They got to win out, man. Especially Auburn, unranked Auburn. You got to win out.
Okay, but then here's the funny thing, because then say they beat. I think is it Northern Illinois? Somebody they play. And then it's Auburn. So say they win that out, right?
And
then they went, and then they play Texas A&M in the SEC championship game. All right, if Bama beats them with the SEC championship, they become a top 4.
Yep.
So they can go from 10 to top 4, just winning out.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how much the conference championship game
has an impact on it. Yeah, definitely. I think that's a scary part about college football playoffs. You know, especially, but the SEC, you always worry about the SEC football, man. Even anytime you play Bama, anytime you play, you know, Georgia, those teams.
Yeah, but that ain't fair. Because you got Georgia at 5 right now, and they not even going to play in the SEC championship game. So they don't have no threat.
They don't, nah, but
that's crazy.
That is, yeah. No, you're right. That's the only thing though. With
they're gonna ride right in.
Exactly. But now that there's 12 teams, man, people, you know, they just want to get in.
I know.
Before, when it's forward, and that's when it really mattered. But now there's 12 teams, and yeah, of course, the winners of the, you know, conference championship, they're gonna get in, but they just trying to get into it. That's it. Get into the playoffs and be able to continue their season.
So let me ask you this: you played at that level, you know, Richmond, JMU.
Yep.
So JMU gets in. Let's say they get in over South Florida in that conference.
Yep.
Can they compete with Bama? Can they compete? I mean, that's who they're gonna play. I mean, they're gonna play.
Yeah, they're gonna play a team like that, especially if they get in. They probably 11 or 12.
Yeah,
12.
So
you know, they're gonna play the Texas A&M.
They're gonna play the number 5. They'll probably play Georgia.
Yeah, they're gonna play the top teams. Nah, man.
So JMU can't compete with Georgia.
Yeah, their Super Bowl is just getting in.
What's the difference? Size.
Trenches is the difference, man. Honestly, it's the trenches, man. It's like when you get to those levels, you know, FBS, FCS, that type of, you know, the level of competition on the back end, the receivers.
Skill sets is kind of the same,
skills,
right?
Yeah,
Skill
it's
players.
Real close. But when you get into the trenches, now you're dealing with 6'8" old linemen, you know, 300 pounds damn near, who's moving dudes out the way. You get defensive linemen who, you know, strong as can be, but when you get to like JMU, even though they're balling though, they're balling.
That's what I said. I mean,
they're balling,
if they get in at 12,
it's just not that level. It's just not that level.
Top 4 gets a bye, so 5 and 12 will play.
It's just not that level, and especially having would they go there, right? Or they play some like
they would go to Georgia. They would go to Georgia. Yeah, because Bama will go to Oregon right now.
Well, okay, but I'm saying like they're playing at Georgia.
They would play at Georgia.
Yeah, playing in the environment too. Yeah,
you ain't giving them a chance.
Nah, hell nah. I can't give them a chance, man.
He said, "Nah, I ain't."
Not against Georgia. That's what they've been in the playoffs damn near every
year. What about your Richmond team?
Man, here you go, man. Hey, I ain't going to speak on that.
Y'all could beat Bama.
Nah, we could score a touchdown.
That's you. How many yards you get?
100 plus.
Oh my. Okay, let's get.
I'm checking.
I thought we was on the unfair advantage, like tip, but not.
Nah, hey,
lies.
Be real. Be real now. Yeah, that'll be a challenge for sure.
No, that is gonna be good though. It'd be good for the university too, though.
Man, we staying with the NCAA.
Okay.
All right, we staying with the NCAA. I know you seen my dog James Franklin, man. Just got moved in himself to Virginia Tech. How you think they're gonna do, man? How you think that whole shift is gonna be?
I think it's a good hire. I think that what made James Franklin a good coach was his ability to recruit.
Yep.
His ability to develop a culture, a standard, a brand. You know what I mean? Because like when he took over Penn State, they had all that Sandusky, Pacifier stuff going on, and Penn State had a really bad look.
Definitely.
When he came in. So when he came from Vanderbilt, right? So he comes in and he never won the big game, but he rebranded them. And I think that's what Tech needs right now. Tech, when Beamer was there, they was always in the top 25, right? And I think what people fail to realize, like, we get it. We all not going to win national championships, but the school makes a lot of money where you can stay in the top 25. And I think Franklin's going to bring that. And also, last thing, I think that his recruiting ability, when he was at Penn State, he already probably recruited the DMV, so he probably got the same contacts for Virginia Tech. So I think it's a good hire with that.
No, yeah, I'm glad you brought up the recruiting part, man, because I've already seen, I think it's like 2 to 3, 4 or 5 stars who were committed to
Twitter,
Penn State.
I've seen that, yeah.
Committed to Penn State, who decommitted, and now I think 1 or 2 committed to Virginia Tech. But, man, you're right, it's the culture. What he brings, especially just the environment, they stay in the top 10, top 15 always. They're always a team to watch. Now he's making sure Virginia Tech is going to be on televised. You know what I'm saying? That's a game to watch next year for sure.
Oh, for sure.
I think the culture that he's going to bring to just back to Virginia Tech to get them there, Blacksburg special, man.
That's
Enter Sandman.
going to be crazy, man.
I'm telling you, I experienced that one. That shit.
He walked in. He walked in. They showed him walking the field. Man, he was talking to like the people that work on the field, the maintenance people. You know, he's already being impactful regarding what his presence is going to be there in Virginia Tech. And I think that I don't know if he'll ever win a national championship, but I think that's a safe job for him because I think what he can give them, they're going to be really happy.
No, yeah, I think their goal is just make it to college football playoff.
Yeah, stay in the top 5, stay in the top 10.
If they stay in the top 12 when at the end of the season get into the college football playoff, that's a plus for Virginia Tech, man.
He's going to start pouring all those Tidewater athletes back, you know, to Virginia Tech.
We're going to see the change, man, especially once he gets in the top 12 college football playoff. Now we're going to see, like, the number 1, number 2, number 3 recruits. They're going to be wanting to go to Virginia Tech, man.
Nah, that's real.
Man, Blacksburg, that's where, man, don't let me get started on Blacksburg.
No, I got a guy that who's one of the, I know that he's one of the top donors for Virginia Tech. Hey.
Really?
He had a Zoom call with Franklin, I think today. So, you know what I mean? So he's getting on the phone with all the top, you know, donors and, you know, he's going to try to build that NIL part up.
That's
you know what I mean? Because that's where it's at. Like, we got to get players in here. We got to have a top-rated quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's where he's going to try to get the money to start to build that program back up.
Yeah, you think he's going to hit the portal immediately?
Immediately.
Yeah, portal, everything. You know?
And then they showed the I don't know his name, but the interim coach for Penn State right now.
Yeah.
Like, they was interviewing him, and he was just like, you know, kind of much more like, I may not be at Penn State, but I'm going to go to Tech with Franklin if not. You know
really? I didn't see that.
He was like, I'm going to be coaching next year no matter what.
Oh, man.
So whether they hire him
as
a full-time coach or I think Franklin's going to pull him to Virginia Tech.
I think we're going to see that, though. A lot of, you know, experienced coaches because he's a likable dude, man.
Yeah, but it's crazy, though. Like, Brett Pry
Yeah.
was his coordinator at Vanderbilt, and he worked with him at Penn State. So now I seen the day where he may bring Brett Pry back as a coordinator.
Yeah.
Would you be a head coach of a college team and then lose your job and then now all of a sudden you're a coordinator? Would you do it?
Yeah, man. Especially dudes, they got to feed the fam, man.
Pry got to go.
And especially, you know, he was already there. He was coaching for
he was the head coach for Tech. That's what I'm saying. He just got fired.
He's the one who just got fired, right? Yeah, I was just confirming that for sure. But that's man, he's been there. His family's there, you know, I'm sure. If I could just go back and stay here and be a coordinator, why not, man? Take the pride aside.
Yeah. Less responsibilities.
Exactly.
And still make money and still be coaching at a high level and still being in position to get – when you're a coordinator, you're still always in a spot for another head coaching job.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Being under a guy like James Franklin, you know what I'm saying? You can't lose. You can't lose, especially with the guys that you're about to get in the portal and the recruits. Yeah, man. It's
I give you that, man. I don't know about coaching and all that. I mean, I think he's a solid coach, but I think he's a great, like, building brands.
No, yeah, that's
like in cultures. Like, I think how he talks, how he carries himself, I do respect him for that.
Oh, yeah, that's why, you know, social media is a likable dude. That's everything I've been saying. Just likable dude.
But he ain't win with McSorley and Barkley. He ain't win with Abdul Carter. He ain't win with. I'm just saying he had a lot of dogs.
Need more than that though.
I get it.
Did Micah? Yeah, he had some dudes on him. Yup, but he just need to get in the top 12. He gonna be good, man. That's it.
Yeah, that's real though.
That's it, man. I think that'll be special.
All right. Well, we get into like we said, we try to make a topic each show. Well, we try to bring some valuable content. Like we just talked about all the training things, and me and Coach Smith bring our insight on that. But we're going to definitely talk about and have a conversation about weight training, okay? I've been a sports performance coach now for almost 30 years. I've ran my business for almost 13 years as a head sports performance coach and strength coach. And I just want to talk today to all of our audience and viewers, and I want Coach Smith to bring a lot of insight. He's a guy that has a lot of experience in weight training from a youth all the way to high school, to college, you know, to the pro sector. So I definitely want him to chime in as well. Yeah, for all you guys out there that may be athletes that struggle with weight training or just lifting incorrectly. Someone told you about now how to lift. So I'm going to read here just real quick. It says, so most people are lifting weights wrong, not incorrectly, but wrong, and it's destroying their body without them realizing it, all right? So I'm going to break down 5 signs that can give you feedback when you're weight training. It could be really breaking you down rather than being a positive effect. You know what I'm saying? So, like, 1, joint pain instead of muscle fatigue, right? if your knees are hurting when you squat and your back hurts when you deadlifting, your shoulders hurt when you bench, that's not toughness. That's dysfunction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like your body's trying to tell you, it's an alarming effect, like, hey, you're not ready for this. You shouldn't be doing this load. But we don't understand, we don't have the discernment of what is a good burn, what is a good hurt, and how that should feel. Do you have experience with that, Coach?
Yeah, man, definitely. I had a AC sprain in my shoulder lifting, man. And the thing that, like, especially when you're playing college football, you have this mindset to get back on the field, push through.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're getting to that point, you're lifting the weight, trying to get stronger, but you can't go nowhere because you're limited due to the pain, right?
Yeah.
And pushing through can only get you so far. You setting yourself up for failure at that point. So
risk and reward.
Yeah, exactly. Take the time to, heal, get right, and then now you can fully lift some weight that's going to help you get better.
No, that's real. So I'm going to dive in number 2. So the first one was joint pain instead of muscle fatigue. 2 is going to be your spine breaks position. So if your back rounds or arches, your movement is compromised. Strength shouldn't come at the cost of your structure. Like, that's another thing. Like, a lot of us don't even have good posture just setting, let alone loading. You know what I mean? So if you can't even keep your spine upright, why would you try to load it? Why would you try to press over your head? Because you don't really have the ability to be in the proper positions to even load.
And that's the thing. We see that a lot, especially with, for me, more specifically, I see that a lot. Like, just with my athletes in the gym who don't go to, something like fast. They're just doing it incorrectly because they don't know.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not always that the weight isn't right. It's just this is how they learned it. They watch a video on YouTube. Yes. They watch a TikTok to see how someone did it, but they're not understanding that now you're just hurting yourself even more because you're not doing it properly. So
yeah, because the body's going to move.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
just, you know what I mean? It's just going to follow the way you want it to move. And when guys don't understand, they're getting in positions, and if your back's starting to round, you don't really understand. You're putting your back in a very compromising position.
Exactly.
Because that's structurally, that's not how it's supposed to work upon load.
Yep.
But we don't understand that because we're just trying to move and do an RDL or bend over and do a deadlift.
Yep. You see that a lot with deadlift.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They push their butt out first and try to pull up with their lower back. So it's not the capability of the strength. It's the capability of the improper movement quality.
Exactly. And we see that all the time with guys trying to max out.
Yes.
You see that a lot. Yeah. How do you feel about that? When you see some athlete in here going to max out,
listen,
what do you say?
To an extent, I'm going to let it go to an extent. Like, sometimes to be able to push a load or a max effort, you are going to compromise some of your form. Right. It's just to what level and extreme we want that to go to, or how many reps do we want that to go to. So, like, if I got a dude that just really wants to push and, like, got one rep, let's go. You know what I mean? And if he starts, like, struggling, it is what it is. But if it's 3 or 4, then I may have to rethink. Like, I don't think you can keep trying to do that because the quality is just going to get worse.
Right. So you see that when it's building up. Say I do a deadlift for just 255, and you see that second or third rep, it starts to
deteriorate. Yeah. I mean, like, yo, back off.
That's it.
Cut. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you see that a lot at the major levels. Like, there was when Scott Cochran was at the strength coach at Alabama. Like, he used to have to back a lot of them dudes off because they could bench 500 and 600 pounds, but it comes down to, like, is this really relevant to what you need to do in football? Like, for you to put your body under this type of load and then out for 6 weeks if we tear your labrum or something. Like, I get that you can maybe do this, but if you bench 405 for 6, 7, 8, I'm going to take that.
Exactly. At that point, it's more so, what's your goals? To bench, a 500, or stats on the field, winning games.
No, that's real. Let me get to number 3. All right, so number 3. So first is the joint pain, because I just want to recap this. I want our audience to really understand this because these are 5 major things you should take from this. Joint pain instead of muscle fatigue. Your spine breaks position. The third one is going to be you can't control your lowering phase. If the weight drops too fast, you're not ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of people, like, lift weights, and they just, like, they can't control it when they go down. That's not a good starting point.
So you're not a fan of, just dropping the weights here and on?
No.
Smack? Nah, you see that a lot of times.
I like control, man. You know what I'm saying? I like control.
Yeah. No, I get that.
And then I ain't going to hold us up because we want to touch on these. So then 4 and 5, then you don't breathe and brace properly. Like, that's all the time. Like, you get under a lot, like, guys get under the weight and squatting. They don't fill their lungs up to provide that brace when they start to descend, and they let that gas out. And then when they get to the bottom, they have no brace or balance to come back up. That's another thing. So if you guys don't have the proper brace or ability to hold that brace under certain loads, then I would work on that part. And then for the fifth one, your form collapses when the weight increases. Take the form down. I mean, take the weight down.
Yeah,
take the weight down. Like you said, everything's
ego
more
at
about
the door.
performance.
Yeah,
leave your ego at the door, man. It's all about performance. And so those are my tips for like weight training, and we'll get into some other things regarding like injuries. But Coach Smith, like I said, you have
that's the thing, honestly,
a lot of history of lifting. Can you go to some of the parts of you lifting? Like, what's different to you from when you was in youth?
Yeah.
To high school, you've had experience with a lot of different strength coaches, because we have a lot of people out here. Like, physical therapy is the fastest growing industry out here because of just bad movement quality and people just overdoing certain things, whether it's repetition in their jobs or they're just lifting it improperly in the gym.
No, yeah, definitely. We see that all the time, man. I think when I first started lifting was like middle school. That was straight ego. Middle school, high school, football, man, I'm trying to put up weight. You know, everybody, you young, you just trying to get swole, max, squat 315, bench 225, all that, and just give everything you can. But once you get to college and you realize, like I said earlier, like the goal of this whole thing is to be the best athlete that you can be on the field. And maxing out every time, you know, compromising your form, trying to have your ego with you at all times, that's not going to help you, you know, in the long run.
What lift did you struggle with regarding having like limited flexibility or you know, limited mobility? Like, what were some of the things? Was back squat one of them?
Yeah, man, back squat. I always had my biggest problem was I'd try to put on weight, but then my knees would cave in. You know, I had bad hips. Yeah. What is that?
Knee valgus.
Okay.
VALGUS.
That man, he got his doctorate, huh?
Hey, you stupid, man. No,
that's one of the biggest things, man. I would try to, you know, get up to 400 pounds.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't until like my senior year of high school where I finally realized, like, and you was on me, you know, it's like, nah, we gotta go down. Look at your knees. Look at your hips. You bending over more than you are, you know, sitting on the toilet, right?
Yeah, that's real.
There's little things like that, and it's like, that's why, you know, I've had the surgeries, I've had it all, because it was straight ego. That's it.
That's real though, and you don't realize that until like as you get older, to where you start getting introduced to heavy loads.
Yup, exactly.
Because then like a lot of things you've been able to like cover up because of your strength and your overall genetics, you couldn't cover up no more. You know what I mean? Because the load just got too heavy. Like, you probably got by in high school, you know, lifting weights, you know, incorrectly and didn't even feel anything. But then in like college and then going to the next level,
having to see the explosion, you know, having a explosive lift. That's where you know, I started to see it the most, because I try to come out of my squat. My form was wrong, you know. So, but I think now, just to take it to the pro level, a lot of times we're seeing pro athletes. You're not seeing them do this max out all the time, right? We're not seeing. We're seeing, you know, I seen SGA the other day. He's just doing like ankle strength, things like that. You know, he's lifting, but how to apply
more
it to
joint isolation.
I mean, he's doing a lot of that for sure.
It becomes more performance based, where especially at that level you can start isolating certain areas where guys are like underdeveloped at. But yeah, I mean, because like your traditional lifting, your squats, your bench press, like that's for a lot of younger people. When you get older, it definitely gets really specific, because you really don't want to. You really don't think you need it, because you're just an athlete, but it needs to complement your athleticism. So you got to find a way to have the proper programming for you for longevity.
Yeah, that makes me think about Nick Chubb, man.
Oh yeah,
Nick Chubb, a guy. I know you've seen the videos squatting, you know, 600 pounds.
Yeah.
And he's not a guy who's always on the field. So that's just, I feel like it goes hand in hand with this topic right here, just because we see that a lot of times.
And that's what I'm going to get into, like why people get injured. The statement I have here is people don't get injured because the exercise is dangerous. They get injured because their body isn't ready. You know what I mean? So, like, that's where we just talked a little while ago about people trying to get into their bodies under loads that they're not ready for, not able to control the tempo of the weight. Because the egos, or they're chasing numbers. Here's just some like anatomy points or just things I want to pinpoint on that really shows a lot of people weakness. if you got weak glutes, most of the time that leads to like low back pain. When you're squatting and you can't fire your glutes, you can't fire your hamstrings, the next thing is going to go to is your lower back. Yeah. All right, so that's one sign, guys. 2, if you got tight hips, Coach Smith can let you know you have a bad squat pattern. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's crazy. We went right into it.
Yeah, you gonna have
my hips were terrible, and look at my squat, man.
You have a bad squat pattern. 3, if you got poor ankle mobility, he just talked about it. Your knees are going to collapse.
Yep.
You cannot so when you try to absorb force. We talked about this last episode. When you try to absorb force, everything is going to like collapse internally. It's just that we need to raise the threshold of that ability. You know what I mean? So when that does happen, it just doesn't collapse. It can kind of take it and then rebound back.
Right.
So that's also important. Tight chest, bench pressing all the time, shoulder impingement. Not knowing how to fire your back up, not understanding like what that looks like from activating your back, so you get no support from your back. So then the stress goes to the front of your shoulders, it goes to your chest.
Yeah, that's we see that all the time.
Bicep tendonitis, all that stuff.
People don't realize, you can touch base on this as well, but benches, your back has to be engaged as well.
Everything, man. Yeah, your back, you got to drive through your legs.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like factors that go into lifting a bench press properly. Yep. And then the last one, we'll talk about like a weak core. So you just got, spine instability, internal rotation of your shoulders. Like a lot of us struggle with just posture because we sit for long periods of time. We got sedentary jobs. So these are just all signs, guys. Like if you don't have strength in these areas, you are at risk to get injured. So strengthen up your glutes, strengthen up your quads, get mobility in your hips. Improve your ankle mobility, work on activating your back when you do a bench press or any type of press, and work on your core stability. That's why many of us get hurt. We just have instability in the core when we do high performance movements, and we just don't have the balance and the coordination to be able to stop that, preventing that from happening. So
exactly, and also touch is, man, that doesn't have to be just your core lift. You know, it's not just a squat, not just a bench.
Yes, sir.
There's other things that other types of lift that can help you get there, effectively.
For sure.
So, and protect you.
For sure. And that's what we're trying to bring on the Fair Advantage. We're trying to just give people
tip right
insight.
There, man. Take that one, man. That's important, man.
So I'm going to go into the tips because that's where we at. All right, and I'm reading mine because we've been reading them lately. I think reading them is better.
It is.
Mine is really short, though. So just based off that last topic and part of this episode, guys, my tip is form follows function. Fix the movement and the strength will follow. If you do not establish and create the mobility that you need to handle load, you're going to keep chasing the tail. You're going to keep fighting it, just being injured, being sore, being frustrated. So work on just doing things properly. Focus on your form. That's my tip for that.
That's real, man. That's real, definitely. Man, I'm going to my tip. It's pain isn't toughness. It's feedback. Listen to it, man. Listen to it.
Did you do that? Did you listen to your body?
Man, probably college, man.
See,
I was ignoring it. And look, I've had surgeries. I've had injuries.
See, that's what they need to hear. That's what they need to hear.
Exactly. I've had the surgeries. I've had the injuries for not listening to it, ignoring it, trying to push through. The biggest thing is, man, your body is telling you something when you feel a little bit of pain, a little bit of something. Don't be soft, though.
No, that's real. You got to understand.
You got to understand it. Yeah. Don't be soft, but you got to understand it for sure.
But get checked out, too, though.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Whether it's like some type of strength test.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's something that can just give you some, like you said, external feedback to say, hey, man, this ain't really right. Or this isn't developed.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And when we say don't push through, there's a limit. You can feel it, You can always feel it like, okay, if I put this much on the bar, it hurts really bad. Don't
pain
go
and
there.
Discomfort, pain.
Don't go there.
Because pain is going to be more sharp, dull, you know what I mean? And then
that's
like
it right
a pump.
There.
A pump's going to feel like knives going through your chest.
Exactly.
But it's a good pump. But no, we encourage all of our lifters out there. I hope you took something from this. Run this back, though, for real. Like, listen to some of the things in here regarding how you're approaching your lifting. What are some of the things you may be doing incorrectly where you're not getting the gains and results you want? Because it's all scientifically backed, man. Like, if we don't have the form and the function, the strength is not going to follow, man. So
Exactly.
Coach, you got anything else on that?
Just trying to be the best athlete, the best, whatever sport you're in.
Yeah.
It's just being healthy. Being healthy, that's how you get the stats.
That's real. Be available, right?
Exactly.
There you go.
That's
Be
it right
available.
there.
All right, man. That was a good one, man. So let's.
I like that one. Honestly.
We can go into our NFL picks. What you got on that, Coach?
Hey, man, I don't even want to keep getting the scores right, man. So last week you went.
Go and give it to me. Because you know what?
Hey,
I was sitting there watching the games. I was like this, boom, boom. But go ahead.
Man, Frisby, he went 11 for 13 last week. 11 for 13. Your current record right now.
Yo.
For the picks is 139 and 129.
Dude, listen, guys.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Every week, 3 weeks in a row, take my picks. I'm getting ready to go through them now. Get your pen and paper out right now. I'm going to give you some insight.
Definitely,
go ahead,
man.
bro.
Nah, yeah. Mine was only had 7. Only had 7, man. 127, 141. You pulling away a little bit.
You know what, though? I think you pick with emotion.
I do. Hey, I was just telling Malik that my brother, man, he was sitting out. I said, man, if you look at Frisby's picks, that's a ball knower. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know football. You was watching the game.
Yeah,
you was watching
man.
the games for real. I'm picking just because I don't like that team.
You
right?
just picking with emotion, man.
I'm good. Hey, take my picks this week, man. I got you. I had to lock in.
Hey, I'm like, man, I don't even know anymore. Like, it just the last 3 weeks has been like crazy. Been a knowledge. Been killing it.
I'm good though. Look, I did my research. I'm tuned in, man.
All right, so let's lock in then. Let's go
Game one.
We're gonna go rapid fire. We'll maybe give a little insight, but we're gonna start with tonight's game: Bills and Texans. Who you got?
Bills, knock it out.
I'm going Bills. Colts and Chiefs.
That's a game right there. I'm taking. Nah, who you taking?
I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
You taking the Chiefs? See, this is the one that's gonna mess my.
I think they
record up.
have to win. Not only that, I'm just taking them. I think they have to win because with the way Denver's separating them right now in the conference, something got to happen.
I don't think the Chiefs.
But I don't think all day to make a pick though. You gonna make a pick?
I knew you was gonna say something like that. Look, he could say that because he's winning, man. But nah, I'm taking the Colts, man.
Here we go.
JT,
stay doing that. Yeah, stay off my side. All right, Steelers and Bears.
Steelers, that's easy.
I'm going Bears. Patriots and Bengals.
Patriots.
I'm going Patriots. Yeah, I'm going Patriots. Jets and Ravens.
I think Ravens is always, you know, they
back.
got to.
They got to win.
But they got to win games, so I'm taking the Ravens.
I'm going Ravens as well. Seahawks and Titans.
Seahawks, that's easy.
I'm going to take Seahawks. I'm going to take Seahawks, yeah. Vikings and Packers.
This is going to be a good game, you know. I think.
You know, every time you say something's going to be a good game, you pick the wrong team. I think you need to stop saying it's going to be a good game.
You don't even know. You don't even believe that.
If we run these tapes
you
back,
can only say that because
you
be like,
that's going to be a good game, and then I'm going to take this team, and then they lose. But anyway, go ahead. Pick your team.
I think, that's going to be a good game. I'm going to keep it going. I'm taking the Packers, man.
I'm going to take the Packers, too.
All right.
Giants and Lions.
Lions, man.
I'm going to take the Lions. Jaguars and Cardinals.
I'm going to take the Cardinals.
I'm going to take the Jaguars. Browns and Raiders.
Shadur game, man. Talk to me, 12. Taking the Browns.
I am going with the Raiders.
I knew you was hating it. He's a hater. I knew you was.
Falcons and Saints.
I'm gonna go to Saints.
I'm going to go Saints, too.
I want to go.
Yeah. I don't like their quarterback situation.
Who they got, Kirk in there? Yeah. No, I don't believe in that.
Penix is out. So I'm going to go. So we got Eagles and Cowboys.
Where you go?
I'm going Cowboys. I think they're going to upset them.
I do too, but I can't. Nah, I'm going to Eagles, man.
Okay.
I got to go with the Eagles.
Yeah, that's good.
Even though their situation's ugly over there, but I'm going with the Eagles.
Buccaneers and Rams.
I'm going to Rams. I'm going
Buccaneers.
That's not a bad pick, but.
Yeah. And last, Panthers and 49ers.
49ers, man, I got to. They look all right.
I'm going Panthers.
They look all right. You going Panthers? What? That's going to be the one that get me too.
But they're
right?
like 7-3. They were 6-4 or 7-3.
Yeah, they're not terrible, you know.
Yeah, I'm going Panthers. So
they could win that game too. So that's the thing. They really could win that game.
Yeah, so that's our picks, guys. Hope you locked in and tuned in. Coach,
absolutely,
what you got?
Man. Absolutely, man. If you enjoyed this episode, man, play it back. Like, subscribe.
Share it.
Take parts out. Yeah, man. Tap in each week, every Friday. And that's the real unfair advantage right there,
man. That's real, man. Yeah, and real quick, man, this was a strong one. Headlines, truth, real coaching. Take care of your body, take care of your form, take care of your longevity. And as always, keep building your unfair advantage. Good night, man.
We out.
Hey, thank you guys, man. Good show.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys out there. See you soon.